Hi, it's Deb. I am 8 days out of my surgery. It's a week from tomorrow. And today I'm sort of on freak out mode. So I thought I would share that with you since I think everybody probably goes through freak out mode at some point. I apologize. I'm probably kind of messy because I was just back from walking and I have all this energy and I've been cleaning and doing nesting and all these other crazy things trying to get ready for everything next weekend. So I thought I would share some of my preparations that I'm doing mentally and nutritionally. So, and I also thought I'd give you guys a body shot. So I haven't done that yet. So since I'm kind of wearing one of my favorite, most comfy outfits today, I thought that I would do this. I would do it in this one because this is the one, especially the top, is one of my ones I will keep forever just to remember what I used to be in. So anyways, let me get it. So here's me in my shorts and my hair up, and I can show my arms, and it's front view, side view. This is the worst part right here is where I carry most of my weight, so that's really a bad spot. So that's my side view. My back view, another side view, and then here's me again. So this is me. Hopefully I will never look like this again. So I have this list that I made. I made myself a cheat sheet because I was figuring I would not remember all of this. So I'm going to read off my cheat sheet, mostly about the things I've learned in preparing for the last at least 6 months. I've been thinking about it for a year, but really it was March that I took the beginning of March, took the big step, called the doctor, got in with Dr. April, and he told me about obesityhelp.com. That's my biggest recommendation right there, is obesityhelp.com has lots of information about every weight loss surgery. They have a forum for every weight loss surgery, and a bunch of other individual forums that are on specific people, specific dates, specific times. And it's really pretty active, especially the specific surgeries. Initially I was thinking lap band, so I went on obesity.com and that helped me decide on VSG, which I had never heard of before, because I compared the two. I read the two forums and went back and forth, trying to decide what are they complaining about, what are the issues they have, you know, so I can learn what is it, can I live with these issues, whatever issues they're having, could I live with. And pretty quickly the VSG just fit me. It just fits me. So anyways, here's my list of what I've learned that will help with my success in VSG. The first thing was education. Educating, learn everything. Learn everything you can about whatever surgery you're getting. Learn about all the different surgeries to make sure the one you're getting is the one that's right for you. And read books about it. I have the book I've read that's helped me the most as far as mentally preparing for this has been this one, Obesity Surgery, Stories of Altered Lives. And it's by, if you can see down there, who it's by, I can't read their names backwards, Martha, Mina, and Lindsay Ricciardi, two doctors that wrote this. Anyways, it's about people that have had weight loss surgery. The people in this book that they talk about have had bypass surgery. And they followed them for years, and they talked to them and they interviewed them to see what they went through and how they experienced things. And but the book is not about what surgery you had, the specifics of each surgery, the nutrition, or whatever. It's about how losing rapid weight loss changes your life and how it affects your life. And it affects so many, there's so many ripples on what it affects. And it was very interesting to read all the different stories that people had about family, about friends, about their own sense of who they are, and how it affected, you know, relationships. Mostly it's how your life gets altered. You know, what happened to your job situations, what happened to your, you know, people had lots of different things affected, and everybody was different. Nobody's story was the same. And There's seminars, obviously. Every doctor that does this has a seminar of some kind that they come in and they explain all the different ones. You can answer questions. They generally have a guest speaker. Like we had one on sleep, a sleep specialist that came in when I went to a seminar. Find support groups. Start going to the ones before your surgery. Meet the people that have gone, every doctor just about, and if it's not your doctor, find a different doctor, has support groups, and they're generally free. I haven't heard of anybody that charges. And talk to your family and friends. Find out who's with you, who's not with you, so you know what to expect later. Some of them will be totally with you, some of them will not. Some of them will, and you just kind of need to figure out who are the ones you can count on, and who are the ones that you just sort of, leave out the details. And there are certain people you don't tell. I haven't told that many people. I've told my family, obviously my kids, my husband, my mom, my sister. I've told the people I work with because I had to take a month off. So they know what's going on, and they're real supportive. Everybody's been supportive that I've told so far. I've told, the place I haven't told a lot of people is in the more casual relationships that I have, like through my kids, like through their gymnastics and stuff like that. I've told maybe one mom. I told their coach just because I do a lot with her. So, you kind of got to feel people out. I think you get an instinct after a while about who to talk to and how much you want to talk. Some people don't want to say anything at all. I happen to be pretty open, so I know I'm not one that feels comfortable not disclosing things. I probably will filter how much detail people get. Some people know I'm having surgery, but they didn't inquire about what kind, so I really didn't go into it. And, I figure as it comes, I'll respond to that person and give them details as much as I feel comfortable doing. So anyways, feel out family and friends. Find support. Find those people that you know are going to support you. The things I've learned so far is make the most of the first 6 months. They call that the honeymoon phase, that first 6 months, where you lose the most, your weight loss is the most pronounced because your stomach has shrunk, it's still swollen, so it takes months for it to kind of unswell and heal, and it'll stretch out eventually to be where you can eat more normal by 6 to 8 months. You'll never maybe stretch out to what it was before, but it will stretch out enough so that you can eat enough to gain your weight back, or to like stall your weight loss. So if you can take advantage of the first 6 months when your weight restriction is so severe, then you lose the bulk of your weight that first 6 months. Then when it slows down, it won't be such a panic because you will have gotten there most of the way, and it's just maintaining after that. Don't cheat. You only have yourself. You can tell people whatever you want to tell people. You can put in your log whatever you want to put in your log. But if you aren't 100% honest with what you're doing, right or wrong, mistake, no mistake, you're not going to be able to filter out what's working, what's not working. And if you do have a moment where you cheat, it happens. You're human. Don't beat yourself up. But be honest. Try to follow everything, because the lifestyle changes. It's about changing your lifestyle. And the changes you make that first 6 months will carry you through to the next, the rest of your life. It's not a diet so much as a lifestyle change. Your diet will shift as you can eat normal foods more and more, but it really needs to be seen as not just a diet. So keep a food log. That's another thing that was important for, making sure. I'm not going to remember. And are you going to remember 6 months from now what you ate? No. But you might be able to look back and go, I was losing weight really good here. Maybe I need to go back to what I was doing there, calories and stuff like that. Keep a food log. And it'll make it easier also when you get to maintenance, so you can adjust it up, to the right number of calories to find a place where you maintain your weight without gaining or losing. Stay on your plan. In my case, what I've chose to do and what I've been told to do is 70 to 80 grams of protein a day, 64 at least ounces of water. I live in Colorado, which is high, and I live in high altitude. I'm above 6,000 feet, and it's a dry climate. So I'm thinking more like 80 ounces of water minimum, 80 to 100 ounces of water minimum, if I can work up to that, because it's so dry here, and dehydration is a huge part of keeping your nausea down. Your body just works better. You'll lose weight better if you keep your protein and your water up. And stay under 30 grams of carbs a day. Some people will say 40. I'm going to try to keep it under 30 because I'm pretty sure that's one of my keys right there, is how many carbs is going to determine how much I lose and how much I maintain or gain or whatever. and just be prepared for stalls. Stalls will happen. They're going to happen. If you stay on your plan, then you will work through it. If it, it will last, and then eventually your body will pick up again. Sometimes take measurements regularly, because sometimes your body is not losing weight, but it's shifting, and you're still shrinking. It's just not showing up on the scale. So if you weigh yourself, measure yourself, then you'll go, okay, I'm making progress, because it's not all about your weight. It's your body just shifts around and changes. Exercise, of course, is really important. I've been starting to walk at least 4 times a week. I try to do 5 times a week. At this point, I'm doing my 2-mile trek, which is really up, so it's kind of killer going up, and it comes back down. It's getting easier and easier the more I've done it. Hopefully, it kind of kicks my butt still, but hopefully that will be something that I can maintain right away. I mean, pretty quick I can get back to that. I know you can't do exercise regular, but you can walk. You can always walk. The other thing I've learned is to plan ahead for your meals and make sure you've got a plan. You've got stuff, you've got liquids with you wherever you go, and you have healthy options in your car, at work, just extra healthy options wherever you are, just in case you are there longer than you think. That way you're never tempted to go down the wrong path. You're always staying on your plan, and you don't have to think about it. It makes it easier. You don't have to think about it. You think about it in the morning. What are you going to need for the day? You either put it in the fridge, take it in the car, whatever you're doing, you bring it with you. And you have backup plans, some backup plans for what you can do if you're stuck someplace without it. And be honest with yourself. We talked about that, being accountable, totally accountable. Write everything down that you eat, even if it's not what you were supposed to eat, even if you screwed up. Don't make any excuses, just do it. Boop, done, back. Don't try to blame others because you can't eat right. Don't try to blame, it's up to you. Doesn't matter who you live with and what they're eating. It's up to you what you put in your mouth. So it has to be you. You have to own it. You have to own it. Or it won't last for the rest of your life. You might lose a bunch of weight, and then it's going to slowly creep back up on you, because there are ways to get around this. There are ways to cheat this system. It's a tool. It is just a tool. It is not meant to replace, it's not going to do the work for you. You have to do the work. And let's see. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? Under-eating your sleep. That's a big thing I've heard a lot about. Don't eat until you're full. Just eat until you're satisfied, or until you're not hungry anymore. Undereat. One bite apparently can create pain. This is what I've been told. Anyways, that's all I had for now, and I'm getting kind of long. So I'm going to start another video that shows you the things that I've bought. I just want to talk about the emotional side of it, because I think the mental preparedness is just as important as understanding your nutritional side. You have to understand physically what's happening to your body and mentally what's happening to your life. And I think it's just as important to put time in. Get a therapist, line up a therapist. If you don't have one, find one, to at least meet with you on a regular basis, once a month even, just to touch base with, am I staying in tune with what's going on? Am I being real? So anyways, all for now, and I'll be back with more.